Dan will finish up the show with a look at the WDF. And since we last spoke, we have had another update on the World Masters, which is taking place next month. And Winmore are back as a title sponsor of the tournament. We've also got a prize breakdown for the event as well. It is going to be the lowest men's top prize since 1989. We've got €6,000 for the men's winner, €3,000 for the women's winner. There's been a little bit of talk on social media about the prize fund dropping quite a bit for this tournament. It's first staging for 3 years. But what was your reaction when you saw the latest update?
Yes, I mean, I figured it wasn't going to be this huge prize fund, but I was surprised it was as low as it is. It is, disappointing because for many players, this is their one international tournament that they go to. You can say what you want for the players who are playing in Britain and the Netherlands and the events that are close at hand to most of the players. Okay, it's obviously not ideal, but it's also not hopefully the thing that they've planned their year around. For the players who are coming from Asia, the players who are coming from Australasia, the players who are coming from the Americas and other far-flung places in the world, it's not cheap to get over, especially as we get into the holiday season. To not have a huge prize fund to play for it, okay, even if it wasn't going to be 15,000, 20,000 pounds, to not even have, not even have 10,000 pounds or euros to play for, it's big, because just flights and hotels is going to take up the majority of the money if they go on and win it. And obviously winning it might not have been what they were expecting, but having that little prize to play for, that little nugget of gold, and it's just not there. It is disappointing. That said, I am glad that the WDF is not trying to bankrupt itself to put this event on. It seems like they're putting out the amount of money they think they can afford. We've both said on this show that maybe the better strategy would have been to just focus on having one big event. And the World Masters might have been that one to focus on, not having a separate World Championship. There's enough World Championships as it is, and having an amateur World Championship doesn't seem to necessarily be necessary. And that would have left more money for this event. But they want to have both, and it seems like they're trying to do it the best they can. It is disappointing, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And hopefully they do a good job staging the tournament. Hopefully they can build on this. Hopefully the ticket sales are good. Hopefully they can get some television revenue in, and bringing Winmar in will hopefully get some sponsorship money to make sure at the very least it's not any lower next year, and maybe even a bit higher, especially for those players who are coming from far-flung corners of the globe to compete.
Yeah, it is a shame. And we should say with the WDF, we've had them on the show in the past, and they've said in almost all of the interviews that they've ever done, when they took over the running of these major events, the World Masters, the World Championship from the BDO, and during the pandemic when there was no darts on and there was all that planning that was going on to be ready for the return to get these major events back on, that they wouldn't announce things for the sake of it. But just touching on the World Championship, that's something that we're still waiting to find out the details on it. And I was listening to an interview that the reigning men's champion Neil Duff did with Scalzi Phil Bars at Online Darts, which I think came out last week, and he was saying that it was a real shame really that nothing's been said about the World Championship, and he is a little bit concerned about the future of the WDF and where it sits going forward, and that's coming from your men's world champion. And yeah, that's something that needs to be looked at. And I think they said in the interview as well that they're still working on the dates for the WDF World Championship, and there were rumours that it was going to be held the same weekend as the World Seniors, which would have ruled Neil Duff out because he has signed to play in the World Seniors. So, yeah, we know with working with broadcasters, Eurosport that puts on the event, it's not an easy thing to do with any broadcaster to just find another 9 days of spare time to put that event on, and also work with the venue as well. But, yeah, hopefully we're going to get something on that. But as far as the World Masters, yeah, there's not really much else we need to know about now, is there? We've got the dates that have been confirmed. We've got the prize fund, which, as you say, it's a shame to see it drop as much as it has. And the World Masters itself is taken a bit of a kick in the last few weeks, hasn't it? And it's a special event, the longest running major we've got in darts. And John O'Shea, the reigning men's champion from 2019, he's put a statement out on social media today, Monday, when we're talking about the trophy now being back with, I believe, the BDO, the Jacquelines. It sounds like he said in his statement how upset he was about how that side of it has played out. It's been a long, drawn-out affair with that trophy, but it is now back with the BDO, and yeah, you can now move forward. And I guess that iconic trophy, we're not going to see that being lifted by the men's champion and the ladies champion next month when this event does return. It's not going to have the sets format. It is going to be legs. We don't know if that'll continue throughout the rest of the event, but we also know it is going to be a much lower prize fund. And yeah, when you see a dropping prize fund like this, you do worry about the future of these events. And a friend of the show, Matthew Edgar, he put a video out on Edgar TV. He did a breakdown of the costs for going to this event as if he was going to go and play in it, the hotels, the travelling. And I think he said he'd have had to get to the semi-finals to break even. And okay, this is the amateur semi-pro side of darts. So prize money wise, it's not a big incentive for the players. That it's about getting that experience, winning these events. But when you do see the prize fund drop as much as it has compared to previous years, you do start to worry about where these events go forward.